Welcome to Career Journeys, a series of videos by the Consortium for Public Education. Here we explore the career experiences and pathways of professionals from a wide variety of careers to help you think about the skills you'll need and the paths you might take after high school.
Hello, I'm Austin Anderson, Business Development Officer for the Forum for Workforce Development, a collaborator with the Consortium for Public Education. Today I'm interviewing Paul Puleo, a Senior Vice President at FNB Corporation. Thanks for joining us, Paul.
Thank you for having me.
Go ahead, tell me about your company and your role there, and what do you do as a small business banking senior sales manager?
FNB Corporation is a diversified financial institution, been around since 1864. I currently manage their small business banking, which are folks with sales anywhere up to $5 or $6 million. I manage a group of lenders, and we call it small business. I know that's a little bit vague, but we consider small business, then there's middle market, and then large credits. But I manage those group of folks, Western Pennsylvania all the way out to Central Pennsylvania. I actually work from we have folks working in West Virginia all the way to Williamsport. But my position is to oversee 17 lenders in those markets.
Well, did you always think you were going to be a Senior Vice President for FNB Corporation?
When I graduated from college, it was very much like it is today. There was a recession and things, jobs were not that plentiful. And I had an opportunity to come to First National Bank, actually knew a person, sent them a resume. They were looking for somebody in their loan department. I graduated from college and wanted to get into the financial services industry. I had always thought about maybe being a broker or working on the insurance side. And I knew at one point in time that there would be blended positions where you could go to a one-stop shop where you could get banking, insurance, and investment. And lo and behold, that happened. That's been going on in banking for almost 30 years. But I got the job. I worked, I started in the loan department. And in those days, people came in for their loans. You actually had them sit at your desk. They signed the paperwork. You did all the background work. You figured out their debt. You figured out their credit. You actually called the other banks to get credit ratings because credit bureaus were new back in that day. I mean, I'm now making myself feel very old. And the customer would come in and walk out all in the same day with their money. So if somebody wanted money for Christmas or to buy a car, they'd come in with the invoice. You'd do the whole workup. They would sit, you would do, and then fill out the paperwork. They'd sign it, give them the check, and away we go. It was a lot easier back then. You can still walk into a car dealership and get the car the same day, but getting a home equity or a mortgage or a small business loan is not quite that easy.
Tell us, why do you love your current position? Why do you love working for FNB Corporation?
I get great satisfaction out of helping a small business owner get the loan so that they can expand their business or they can grow their business, just as much as I got a kick out of lending somebody money when they wanted to build a new house. I mean, I was probably more excited about them building a house than they were because I would, in those days, we would give them the money, do the inspections. We'd have to go look, so we get the chance to see them as it was in studs. And then when they put the bathrooms in and the new kitchens. And again, it's something that I really enjoy because they come to me with a game plan or a plan or an idea or a dream, and we get to make those dreams come true.
It sounds like you're very personable, and I know you are very personable. So what are other skills that make you very good at your job?
Pretty much every bank or financial institution is the same. We make loans, we bring in deposits, we handle, large businesses, small businesses, but it really comes down to the bedside manner. And that's no different than, if you're picking a professional, picking a doctor or an attorney, you need to be technically sound, but you also, it comes down to the relationship. And I think that's what's important. And I think along the way, you have to be technically sound. You have to understand how to make loans and how to manage people's money. But it really comes down to how you manage the people themselves, manage their expectations. I've always said that, a banker may not be the smartest banker, but if they're sincere and they're unselfish, those are the two important things. And when I say that, the customer says, look, you're sincere. You don't know what you're doing or you don't have the answer, but you'll find it. And then the unselfish part is that customer feels like you're their only customer. And I think if you come off that way with sincerity and unselfishness, customers will keep coming back to you.
What kinds of things should a student in high school, whether it's either in academics or their extracurricular activities, to help prepare for a career in your field?
I would tell any student that's not sure what they want to do, but they have an idea that maybe it's in the finance side, because people say, well, gee, bankers are loans and deposits. Well, we're a $37 billion bank. We have auditors, we have marketing people, we have data processing people, we have, people in doing things in back office. I don't even know. But those people come from different walks of life. I would tell anybody who's in high school, find out maybe what you don't want to do, but if it's something in finance, then I would tell you to go to a college, get accounting, get management, that organizational theory, behavior type classes. I would tell them to get a taste of that. And then what I think is very important is whether they go to college or not, if they go to community college or they go straight to a four-year college, intern somewhere. Try to get a job that interests you, something in the finance side of it, whether it be all accounting or whether it be something in budgeting, or work within a business, and then they can see how a business works, because I think that's what's important. A couple of my children were engineers, and they, the other thing is I tell them, look, when you go to college, everybody wants to go to college and get a 4.0. Guess what? If you graduate from college with a 3.0 and it's in engineering or accounting, you're still pretty smart at that point. Challenge yourself. Don't take the easy classes, because I think that's what happens. In high school, everybody wants to be, you should be a 4.0 student. I think you want to challenge yourself. If you challenge yourself and you get a 3.0 or a 2.8, but at least, you got something to challenge, it teaches you something different. That would be my advice.
So what questions should people or students ask themselves if they are considering a career in your field?
A bank is a business. I mean, we're no different than Kennametal or the hospital or, EGC. I mean, as you find out, find out the kind of things you want to do. I think people should you should know your personality, look inside. Am I a person that wants to deal with people? Am I a person that likes to sit in an office or a cubicle? Am I a task-oriented person? Am I somebody who wants a challenge? Am I somebody that likes to figure out problems, or I like more structure? I think that's what's important. And again, some of it should start earlier. I mean, maybe young kids in high school don't get summer jobs. Get a summer job. I mean, first of all, you make some money. But second of all, it teaches you some life skills, and it may show you, boy, I like this, but I don't like that. As you well know, when you get out of college, most employers don't think you know anything anyways. So if they like you, they're gonna teach you what they need to teach you. Like I said, I didn't know anything about banking, and honest to gosh, I would sit at a desk with people with green bar reports. Now I'm really detailing myself or dating myself. And I would learn from these people that did this work every day. And then next week I would go to another desk, and the next week. And that's how I learned things. I mean, things I never learned in college. But I think that's the challenges, and those are the questions.
Thank you so much for being here today. Really appreciate your time, and thank you for telling us about your career journey.
Sure. Thank you very much.
For more information or to learn about other careers in the Career Journey series, visit our website and check back soon for our next installment. Thanks!